Hey, what's happening? It's the Jacob guys. That's right. We're back. Live and in living color. That's right. How's everybody doing out there in the internet land? And yeah, you rocking with the fellas tonight. And that's right. We ain't got no estrogen in here tonight. Apparently they had to go do something else. and we support that. That's what's up. So you know, you got Jay in the building. What's up, Jay?
What's up? About me. What's happening?
What's happening, man?
What's happening?
You got Rock in the building. What's going on, man?
What's good?
What's good, man? It's your boy B, man. Bringing it to you once again on a Friday evening, late night, whatever. I don't know.
Memorial Day weekend.
Memorial Day weekend. Yeah.
It's going down in
It's gonna
Miami.
get lit. Not really.
I'm gonna get lit.
I'm gonna be chilling.
I'm gonna get lit.
It's going down in Miami though.
What's going on in my head?
It's Memorial Day weekend. They always have a bash down there every weekend.
Oh, that's nice.
They got Future and Jeezy performing.
Cool.
Oldies day, huh?
Yeah.
Does that count as oldies?
Yeah, bro.
They now vets in the game. You got the baby and little baby and all these other cats.
I think Future's oldies.
Yeah, he's old, man. He's
Future's oldies.
right at the end of.
Especially, the other nigga. Yeah, he
Mhm.
standing on the.
Well, anyway, you guys see the title. So, the title of today's show is Why Do We Fight Each Other? Or why do we find it so easy to fight each other? But before we jump into the topic, you know, we're going to talk a little bit of crap first. So, what's up, guys? Besides the party in Miami.
Hey man, y'all see? Okay, the you know how they had all the like LeBron is very vocal about speaking out against
Social justice
warrior. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, and so a cop in Idaho did the parody of. He kind of made a response TikTok video, your neighborhood, yeah.
I've seen it.
And he was like, "LeBron, there's two guys fighting." Oh, okay. Let me explain it. Let me get back. When the girl was trying to stab the other lady and the cop shot her, this cop in Idaho did a TikTok video. You said you saw it, where he's like, "Hey, LeBron, these two guys are fighting. They're about to. One's got a gun. He's about to kill the other one. What should I do? Should I stop him? No, don't kill him." So he's like, "I shouldn't shoot him. I should let him shoot him because I'm a white cop and they're black." Just something along those lines.
Yeah.
He's being funny. It was just funny. So he rolls down the window. He says, "Sorry guys, I can't stop
do anything.
him because LeBron said I shouldn't." He got fired.
Nuh-uh.
He got fired.
Should have got fired.
Yeah. For
What?
what?
Talking about, why would you even do that?
Why not? It was a parody. It's a joke. It was on TikTok. What are you firing the guy for?
So he wasn't actually rolled up on.
No, it was a joke. It was a parody video.
He was even at work. He was off duty.
He was off. He just
okay. He's just making a joke.
he made a
to
TikTok.
LeBron.
He made a TikTok video at LeBron's expense.
Now I get it.
Yeah,
He was off duty.
yeah.
And you know, I think a lot of these cops there's a lot of cops on TikTok, and they do a lot of responses. A lot of black cops on TikTok, and some of them do the same type of responses. Now, some of them are a little bit more serious and say, you know, we understand where everybody's coming from. I'm a black man too, but this particular cop, like, they're getting so much hate right now, and I get what he's saying. There are good cops out there, and these good cops are freaking confused.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you approach certain situations without
Facts.
being, oh my God, he did his job, but yet now he's under scrutiny because it was a black person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I get that, and I think he was just trying to show their frustration of, especially celebrities that they know people listen to. You know what I'm saying? That shouldn't really be speaking on about that because they don't listen about, hey, these are good cops or bad cops. No, it's cops, police, period. You know what I'm saying? And so I get it. I get what he was doing, and that's fucked up that he got fired over it.
A little bit. I think.
I don't think he should have got fired.
No.
He should start making jokes and shit like that.
Right.
That's not cool.
Nah.
But speaking of good cops, I saw one of our old buddies about 2 weeks ago. Speaking of good cops,
Kevin.
I wasn't gonna say any names.
I didn't say his last name. Shit.
was gonna say any names, but he's out there doing God's work. So you know what I'm saying? That's a good example of a good cop.
Are you sure?
Yes.
dude,
If I
yeah.
tell you what he does now, you'd be like, "Oh shit, yeah." I'm not gonna go into that because I don't want to
Yeah.
like compromise his shit or nothing. Because
Okay.
in my opinion, he doing God work.
All right. It is what it is, I guess.
So
What the?
what do you got?
What is your deal with this dude,
Yeah,
man?
I don't understand
That's not for this.
for this
That's not for
conversation.
this conversation, sir.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Later then. Anyway, anything? What else is going on?
Two more.
Besides, go ahead.
Okay, my bad. Did I jump the gun on that one?
No.
I don't have nothing. Like, I mean, it's been pretty chill lately.
No, it ain't. The world's fucked.
I don't know about chill. I mean,
not
Palestine is getting
Yeah, Palestine's getting
turned into a damn parking lot.
right.
Facts.
That is. Yeah.
Yes.
Y'all see Kwame Brown going at Charlamagne?
That's what I was about to bring up.
Oh, the basketball player.
That's what I was about to bring up with that.
Oh yeah,
That
he
is
going hard on him, bro.
hilarious. Well, you shouldn't have been talking shit.
Talking shit, man.
My man.
But Kwame Brown was at the
My
crib
man. I don't watch
chilling.
basketball, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Kwame Brown been retired. though,
Yeah.
for-
I don't.
Yeah,
Okay.
Kwame Brown has been at the crib chilling,
Right.
and they threw his name in they mouth.
Right.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, well,
That nigga said,
like you
I'm not-
taking it too far. Nah, he was at the crib chilling.
You gotta get backstory. So some people.
So
might not-
apparently, and I'm not gonna say the name of their show, but it's was it Steven Jackson?
Steven Jackson, Matt Barnes
and Matt
podcast.
Barnes podcast. It was talking to the owner of the Lakers bus lady, you know, and they brought up the Kwame Brown trade from like a long time ago.
Yeah,
He basically
yeah.
just threw his name under the bus, saying, you know what I'm saying, he was trash,
He was boo-boo?
basically. Yeah, basically.
I
So
never heard of nigga tell me.
and then like Charlamagne the God jumped in on it and all this other stuff, and Kwame Brown was just at the crib like, y'all not finna just talk shit about me. And it's
Right.
over. Like, that's it. You see what I'm saying? I got the internet too, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It just took it to these motherfuckers to the point where Charlamagne is issuing apologies and shit.
And he don't never do that.
No, he don't. But
Charlamagne don't do that.
Dude, Kwame Brown was out here
He gave it to him.
well,
slow roasting these cats, dude. Like
Okay.
giving it to him. And then Matt Barnes gets mad and talking about, I'll fight you. I'm like, Matt Barnes, no fight.
Matt Barnes is always trying to. I'm like, nigga, you're a tall, lanky dude,
I hate to say
man.
this,
Sit
but
down,
that's that,
dude.
that's that
Calm down.
light skin privilege.
That's that light
rage
skin with the
bullshit.
good hair
Like
and
that's
shit.
somebody. So what? Like you want to fight me over like
Words.
fighting back? Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like you, like if I was there, I would just be like, all right, then pull up.
I mean, he went from what I saw of it. My man was saying Charlamagne got some issues out there.
Yeah, Charlamagne.
Yeah, he got some,
Allegedly.
right.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
That's why I said I ain't
Charlamagne is a sex offender.
predator.
A
Sexual predator.
Sexual predator.
You're a predator.
He's a rapist.
Right.
Oh shit, I wasn't
Nah.
supposed to say that. Allegedly.
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 Yeah.
Get me sued.
So I mean,
Charlamagne.
No, here's okay. A little bit more.
have been talking
A little
shit?
bit more backstory. Yeah, they were talking shit about him. Matt Barnes, Steven Jackson. Charlamagne the God decided to jump into the conversation because he owns a piece of their podcast. They're actually on his network, and he said, "Hey, leave Kwame Brown alone." He said that dude got issues. His family got issues. You don't want that. You don't want these problems. He said his dad beat a woman to death with an axe handle and buried her, or beat a woman damn near to death with an axe handle and buried her alive. So she was still alive.
this
He said his
alleged?
brother, allegedly,
allegedly.
and he said his Kwame Brown's brother shot his baby mother in the head. Shut up,
Silence.
bitch.
Ain't saying nobody say nothing to you.
Shut up, bitch. Kwame Brown's brother allegedly shot his baby mother in the head. There are all kinds of family issues.
Yeah, stuff that like even they was throwing in stuff that wasn't even
Yeah,
accurate.
yeah. So,
The fact that his brother's in jail, Kwame Brown comes back, he's like, my brother's at work. You know what I'm saying?
but yeah, he's like, my dad got a lot of kids. He said, my dad's got a lot of kids that I've never even met. He said, hell, I barely know my dad.
Yeah, they was talking shit about, like, apparently he has a sister that he doesn't even really know like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what?
So Kwame Brown was like, Charlamagne, you punk bitch rapist. Allegedly.
Yeah.
He said, you punk bitch rapist. Don't be talking about me, punk. He's like, y'all need to cancel that motherfucker. So cancel culture's rampant. That's how the whole thing got blown way the fuck out of
Do
proportion.
you think somebody like Charlamagne could get canceled? Because he's already been, look, he's out there wilding, right? He's out there wilding. He says reckless shit.
He's been saying it.
He's been saying it for years. Do you think he could get canceled?
Anything's
I don't think
possible,
I don't think that type of person can get canceled.
Anybody can be canceled, but to what extent is the question.
Right.
Can you take him off radio? Sure. But what good does that do? Because he owns his own podcasting network. So and I don't think people understand, there's like 10 different podcasts that you may be watching right now that are all on his network,
paying him.
that are all paying him. So even if he's not on the Breakfast Club anymore, he's still getting paid.
Right.
On top of that, he owns the media company and a like television network that he's producing or putting together or something.
yeah.
That he has deals with a bunch of different stuff.
Right.
Plus he has his own podcast.
Yeah.
So he doesn't really need Breakfast Club. So the best y'all could do is we'll get him off the radio. So fuck what? That only counts for what? 28% of my income, bitch. I'm still rich. So it's kind of a pointless venture.
Right. That's crazy.
There's so many rich like sexual offenders.
Because they think they can get away with it. I don't know.
These are like sexual offenses that came before they made it, though.
Well, yeah. I don't know.
Is this like some connection between?
I mean,
What's up,
Charlamagne's
Rodney?
thing is coming from when he was 21 years old. So Charlamagne is older than me.
Right.
He is in his early 40s. So I'm like,
Yeah.
man.
I don't know.
And I'll stick to allegedly because I don't
Allegedly.
know. I don't know what happened. He might be innocent. I have no idea. You know what
I
I
don't
mean?
know. Now,
I mean, we've heard of false accusations.
Yeah, of
so
course,
whatever.
of course.
Anyway,
speaking of other podcasts,
Should,
heard about your fuckboy Joe Budden.
oh, he fired Rory and Mal. New Joe Biden.
But bro, I
Rory and
mean,
Mal.
like, how can
Not anymore.
how can you get mad when people asking about their paper?
About their money. About the money. I want to know about my
I
money.
want to know about my paper.
In his
That just show you what type of fuck nigga Joe Budden
one,
is.
y'all know Joe Budden is bipolar as fuck. He's diagnosed bipolar and some other shit. Two, you fired these motherfuckers for asking about, hey, what's up with the money?
Right.
And then what is it? He goes off on a tangent and says, well, y'all go out and solicit advertising. Y'all go out and do that. Trust me, that shit's not easy. Because I've been emailing back and forth, hitting motherfuckers up, sending them the link so they can check out your shit, trying to get advertising. I've been doing it. Fuck you, Manscaped and Blue Chew, by the way. Both y'all some bitch ass motherfuckers. I hope y'all
work.
I hope y'all
What,
companies
what do you
tank.
mean it doesn't work?
I don't know. I'm just.
You don't know.
I hope both y'all.
That fucking Manscaped thing works just fine.
Hey, fuck Manscaped.
I'm just saying it does.
Fuck
It works.
Manscaped don't work for shit. Fuck Manscaped. Manscaped gonna cut your dick off. Use Manscaped.
Oh, it will nick the shit out of you. Don't believe that bullshit.
There it is. Fuck Manscaped and Blue Chew.
I nick
You not-
myself pretty much every single time I've used that shit.
Hey man, can I finish throwing them under the bus
go
for
for
a
it.
second?
I was
Appreciate
helping you with
it.
that.
Okay, yeah. See, he nicked his balls. Look,
I
his
cut
dick,
up my
his
junk.
dick is fucked up now.
It's God.
You
like
pseudo
a Luke,
bitches.
Like a Luke song. God.
But the point is, fuck Manscaped and Blue Chew because they wouldn't advertise. Even out there, I went back and forth with these bitches.
Oh, we have to have a certain number of
Man, fuck Blue Chew and Manscaped.
That's the truth.
The
You
point
have to have a
is,
certain number of subscribers, and in order to do that,
The point
we'll
is-
talk about that part later.
Facts. Back to Joe Budden, but he went on a complete tangent and told them, well, if you feel that way, do it on your own. Go out here and do this shit, because all y'all gotta do is show up and talk. He's like going out here soliciting, getting the promotion, so finding out your media source, finding out your audience and all this stuff. He's like, it's a lot of work that goes into it. This bipolar piece of shit completely went off on a tangent and fired the motherfuckers. I'm like,
But do you really think that nigga really did all that? I don't think he did. When you get to you have
You got a team that does
You got a team, bro. Everybody knows you got a team. Once you get to a certain level, you're gonna have a team that helps you with this type of shit.
We don't have a team.
and we don't. But
It's just us.
but the thing is, it's like You know, I'm sure they did some. I'm sure they put some footwork in.
Right.
They probably came to some events and you know this and that. It just wasn't you. People ain't gonna just come to see fucking lame ass, no rapping ass. Ain't got one fucking good song, Joe Budden.
Man.
I wouldn't say that.
I mean, nigga can rap.
I mean, yeah.
I didn't know
rap for shit.
he only had one
Joe
song.
Budden?
I think he can't rap.
He can rap.
Crazy
Joe,
as hell.
Joe
He
Budden
must
can
just like
spit.
different shit, but Joe Budden
Budden
rock
can
hard.
spit.
Dog.
Joe
Fuck
Budden
out
can
here with
spit,
that
dude.
bullshit right
He is
there.
He
garbage.
just only had one hit.
Garbage.
That was a radio hit.
Garbage.
If you listen
I
to
mean,
it,
if
the
you
dude
didn't like
can
that
spit.
song, I get it, but I mean,
Yeah.
I like that song.
Yeah, that was a hot song back in the day, man. Anyway, Ryan through K-State.
You ever listen to you ever listen to Padded Room?
I don't know if I heard.
He's a
I've heard quite
lunatic.
few of his
Padded
songs,
Room was cool.
but they were all, you know,
Anyway,
put that
Anywho,
nigga in the dirt. But that's all.
50 put a lot of people in the dirt. I mean, that's what it do.
But that's some fuck shit. That just kind of go to show you the type of nigga that nigga is. Fucking fire people asking about their paper, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, that was kind of a fuckboy move. A little bit. Just a little bit. You don't
I don't
fire
know the
people.
backstory there, but
They asked
they're
about
not
the money.
the draw to that show. So I don't know, but like if he's doing all that and securing advertising and all that shit, then what does he need them for?
Facts.
We'll see, because right now he ain't got a fucking podcast.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, it's still him,
Yeah.
but
He still got Joe Budden podcast. He's still
we'll
doing
see.
it.
We'll
Still his name
we'll
on it.
see. We'll see how views go.
You think people come there to see
Rory and
the other two
Mal?
cats?
I mean, you know,
Nobody knew who Rory and Mal were.
Right, until they got fired. I didn't know who they were until I heard he.
I did, but only because it was the Joe Budden podcast. So I was like, oh, I'll
I
check
had
this out.
never. I actually had not seen his podcast until Kevin Samuels was on it.
No, I watched a few.
I'd never seen it.
I watched a few of them because I watched the Brilliant
I
Idiots
watched
with Charlamagne.
Well, I watched Phil because when he was talking about Eminem was garbage and shit like that. And
Okay, see.
I'm like,
Yeah, that's Joe
Come
Budden
on,
because
man.
he's a lunatic. He's like
He said
Eminem was
that
garbage.
Eminem was
Yeah.
garbage.
Yeah.
When did he say that?
Well, and
was this before Slaughterhouse or after?
no, after.
After he said throughout his entire career,
entire
Eminem was
career.
garbage. He said he was only
He just did it
popular because he was
recently.
white.
Well,
But you gotta remember, Joe Budden is the same dude who says everybody is trash. He doesn't think anybody's good. He was also on the Everyday Struggle podcast with DJ Academics,
Yeah, academic.
and he tanked that. And motherfuckers was betting. They was like, I give it 6 months, he'll fuck it up. It was about 5.5 months. He fucked it up, and they ended up shutting it down.
Yeah.
I was like, Joe Budden is a complete lunatic.
Yeah.
But
fuck?
whatever. I got one more, and then we can move ahead.
that's what's up.
I have a list of cats that I hate.
Okay. I got one of those.
I call them super cucks. Everybody knows, in my opinion, if you've been around for a while, I consider Russell Wilson cuck of the year every year. He wins. I'm gonna start an award show, and I consider Derek Jackson number 2. It's always hands down. Russell
How was he
Wilson.
not number one?
Who? Derek Jackson?
Yeah.
Because Russell wife Sierra. And then he keeps dumping babies in her.
That's this motherfucker. So is it because it's Future's kid? I just don't
Yes.
understand. It's because it's Future's kid.
You wife Future's baby mama.
Because a lot of people wife women who have kids.
Yes, yeah, I did.
And you think they're all cucks. I'm trying to differentiate here.
If you wife one of Future's baby mamas,
It's just Future? Like, what do you got against Future?
So you don't like Future?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
no, it's just
I'm trying to figure this one out because we keep coming back here. You know what I mean? Like we keep.
No, man.
Every time I think he's out, he's
pulling back in.
You know what I
Okay,
mean?
I'm gonna give you the quick synopsis.
All right.
The boy can ball.
Let him.
What?
Let him. No. It's not about football. It has nothing to do with football. Please explain why.
I mean, he's a hell of a player. I love him on the field. I love him on
Just
the
go
field.
there.
Love him on the field.
Nobody's gonna argue Russell
Love him on the
Wilson's
field.
on-field skills. Okay,
He's my favorite player right now.
What has he done to you?
He wife Future. Future, the fuckboy of the year, the living embodiment of a fuckboy, said he took this bitch, basically jizzed on her, threw her a towel, and kicked her outside. And you picked this bitch up,
Wait.
you wiped the cum off her and said, I love you, baby. Kissed her face with the runoff still on it. and made an honest woman out of her. That's the way I look at it. That's what bugs me about Russell Wilson's off-field antics.
Show me a guy who hasn't done that.
Nigga, that's not the point. We talking about.
What do you mean that's not the point?
That's not the fucking
You're
point.
explaining why, and I'm telling you right now that you ain't getting no virgins out.
No,
here.
I'm not asking for a virgin, but you don't take a bitch that was literally the fuck puppet of Future.
So, okay, you don't think in that moment when Future was dealing with Sierra, like he didn't care about her at all, or is that factor in? I mean, they dated. I mean,
Didn't care about any of the baby mamas. He got
saying-
babies by a bunch of bitches. What that mean?
But I'm saying, like, why her specifically? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why her specifically? Like, she can't meet somebody who's good to her, and you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But because
Absolutely.
she has Future's kid, like
Yes.
that disqualifies her
Yes,
from
because no, it disqualifies her from Russell Wilson because he had better
Obviously, it doesn't.
Can I finish my statement? He had better options. You're an $80 million man. He was coming off an $80 million contract. Let me finish. He was coming off an $80 million contract. You are the highest paid quarterback in the league at that time. You had the option out the ass and you had no kids. You could have went and you could have flicked through a magazine until you found the bitch you wanted.
Okay.
And said, I want her, bring her to me.
But that is the
Why
chick
would
he
you
wanted.
take this bitch?
That's the one he wanted.
Okay, that's fine. I don't agree, and I have to make some cuck of the year.
That's what he wanted.
No, I don't agree that was the right choice.
But it's
You could have had
But it isn't your choice
not
to
your
make.
choice.
You, okay,
That's
but
hold
okay,
on,
but
no, nigga,
if you
you-
listen, I don't have to agree with your choice.
No, you're right. You
Exactly.
don't have to agree
So,
with our
but you're
choice.
gonna be an
But how are you going to label him?
That doesn't make
wait
me
a
an
minute.
asshole.
How are you going to label him as cuck of the year and not throw yourself in the mix with that?
Why not?
How is that any different?
Because I'm not an $80 million fucking
So you
man.
saying because you don't have $80 million, that makes you not a cuck?
No, because I didn't have I don't have the resources. I didn't have
So
the
you're mad at
finances.
Russell Wilson because he got more choices than you.
No, that's not what I'm
That
saying.
sounds like what
Dude,
it is.
can I finish a statement before you cut me off? What I'm saying.
Understand it.
This goes into the topic. Why are we fighting amongst
I mean,
ourselves?
I know it does. That's why I'm even entertaining it now
Okay.
instead of just,
The point is that when you have that type of resources and cash at your disposal, you make the best deal for yourself. Like right now, at this stage of my life, I'm gonna make the best deal for myself. I'm older, wiser. I can make the best choice for myself.
Okay.
When you have $80 million and the world is your oyster, you make the best choice. That does not include a woman who decided to keep cum as a pet and call it a kid, i.e. Sierra.
And this is why this show will
doesn't-
never be monetized.
Fuck you.
It doesn't make
You
sense.
just said keep cum as a pet. And you saw nothing wrong with that statement at all.
But
This is where we
so
are.
what you're saying, this is how I'm hearing it from you. We go to Baskin Robbins, nigga.
Shoot.
Right? There's an ice cream there. One of the ice cream flavors is fucking spinach. Now spinach costs $2 more, but I want to go for fucking vanilla, right? Even though that's more expensive, that's more. I say I want the vanilla. No, nigga, you gotta go for the more expensive shit because you got more money. Because I can't just like vanilla. Like that's my flavor that I want to choose because that's what I want at that point in time. I have to go over here because you think that's what's better for me.
That's a terrible analogy.
How is it a terrible analogy?
I'll give you a better
I'm
one.
gonna be honest, I zoned out about halfway through it.
That's a terrible.
fine.
No, I'll give you
That's fine.
I'll give you a better one. Stay with me.
Okay.
Okay, I'll give you a way better analogy. Okay. Well, we all agree that Cold Stone Creamery is better than Dairy Queen.
No.
Okay. But it's perception though. Listen, hear me out. The perception is that Cold Stone Creamery is better than Dairy Queen. So when if you've got the money, you can go to Cold Stone Creamery because it's a little more expensive.
It is.
So the perception is that it's better than Dairy Queen. So
See what you're going.
if you
See.
exactly if you got $80,
Still.
if you've got $80, I'm using $80 to spend on ice cream, you can go to Dairy Queen, which is fine. And you get some decent ice cream and everybody's happy. Or you can take your $80 because you got the resources and go to Cold Stone Creamery and get potentially better ice cream.
You won't. Be
I don't-
Happy.
I don't-
You won't be happy.
No.
Because you're not happy because this nigga went to Dairy Queen.
Truth be told, I don't see a difference because you're gonna get the shits either way.
Yeah.
That's why it never get monetized.
Just
You
saying.
just said Cold Stone Creamery. and Dairy
My
Queen.
man Rodney says I'm confused as hell. Sierra was a better choice than what we had.
Than what he had.
Than what he.
You talking about his first wife? At least his first wife came with no kids.
So the
It's
fact
the
that she's
kid.
got
It's
the kids.
This is the whole fact.
No, it's
the
not.
kid.
It's not just the
It's the
kid.
child.
It's not just the kid. It's
The
that
future's child.
No, okay, and then the other factor in there.
The factor is,
Jesus Christ.
the factor is he's saying that Russell Wilson could have chose any
Better.
chick and he chose her, which is like he feels is beneath him.
Not just that. Okay, yeah, it is just that. But it's not just the kid. That's what I was trying to go at. You're right. But it's not just the kid. It's also the fact that you wifed up a bitch was known to be passed around the industry. That was known. She had relations with Trey Songz, Bow Wow, 50 Cent, Amari Stoudemire. And that's just off the top of my fucking head. If I went deeper into shit, I'm sure there's more. How do you feel walking around with a bitch that you know niggas with all these niggas done had?
Bro, without any of us knowing, I promise you, anybody that we find has way more than
with-
5 apart.
Ain't none of them
Wait.
niggas in the NBA.
Exactly. Without wait, listen to what you said without anybody knowing. I said known interactions, relations, and everything else. When you can walk into a room and you know there's at least 11 niggas in here that ground and pounded your bitch.
Yes, Daryl, I think that's what he's saying.
Name brand. Granted, there it is. That's what I'm getting at, is that she was known to be passed around the industry. Then she shit out a puppy for Future. And this is a bitch you choose to wife up? You couldn't pick any better than this?
That's what we love,
That's
man. That's
right.
his
Okay, granted. That's what we,
This
that's
nigga
what we
hates
love.
love.
Nigga,
Nah, I think he
you.
This nigga hates love.
I think he hates the fact that somebody who has so many people, so many women to choose from when most dudes don't, chose that. That's his argument.
Kevin and Sales, what's happening, man?
I mean, but is it always? It's
Brian, will you
not,
put the
listen,
link in there for this show?
listen.
Link for what?
Oh, I don't know.
If he's on
oh,
the
he's in
chat,
there.
he's
Never
in
mind.
there.
Yeah,
What
it's
are you
already.
talking about?
Sorry, man. My bad. I had a moment. But
You know, it's like people thought fucking Kim Kardashian was top of the food chain. This nigga Kanye
No.
went ape shit nuts. Went nuts. It's,
You talking about brand name hoe
Okay,
right
sure,
there, buddy.
sure.
But
I ain't got nothing against
okay.
it.
wait, whoa.
But I ain't got nothing against her though.
I get what you're saying. I see where you're going with this. I gotta come back to him though. How is Kim Kardashian a brand name home? That bitch was married 3 times.
This nigga, she had a video out that
But she didn't have a sex tape that she made with a random nigga. She had a sex tape that she made with her longtime boyfriend Ray J. It wasn't just some random
What
nigga.
is she famous for?
What did she get famous for?
No, what is she
What
famous
is she
for?
famous for?
Originally.
Hey,
Her sex tape that she made with her longtime boyfriend.
What are you talking
It wasn't a sex tape that she made with
Not
just
that I give a
anybody.
fuck. I don't care.
The
You know
point
what
I'm trying to
saying?
make is that she just didn't make a sex tape with anybody. This was her long-term boyfriend, who was still to this day making songs about
Oh,
he
Sierra-
missed the bitch.
She didn't date none of them niggas. She just got smashed and passed through.
She dated, got smashed, got passed around.
But she dated.
Kim dated, married. I'm like, and then didn't bring any kids. The only thing she had was 4 kids by the nigga she married. The last guy she married. Not by the first guy, second guy, but by the last guy.
So because she didn't get pregnant by any of them other cats, that makes her less hoish. Is what you're saying?
No, the fact that, yeah, you were involved with these other guys, but at least you were married to these other guys.
If I'm being fair, that sex tape sucked.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
fucking trash.
very good. at
Fucking
all.
trash. But I'm sure
Oh.
I'm willing to bet dollars to dime. I'll bet every dime I got saved. If somebody got Sierra on tape somewhere, they just wait until they fall off or their money get real low and they gonna put the shit out there. Man, there you go. But anyway, where I was going with this, Russell Wilson is still number 1 to me. Derrick Jackson's number 2. Dr. Boyce Watkins now has been added to the list at the number 3 spot. Here she came out and said, if you don't wife up a single mother, then you don't care about the black community.
Oh, then that's cuck of the year right there. What are you talking
Number
about,
one.
man?
That's number 1.
That's number 3.
I don't care about the black community because I don't wife up a single mom, that's the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life.
Ever.
You supposed to be a smart motherfucker with money.
Ever.
What are you talking about? You just trying to shame everybody else who ain't got, you know what I mean? Like into a less than advantageous situation. Like, what is your point? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
because like what you were saying about Russell Wilson, I don't have kids. I got options. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have my own everything. You know what I mean? Now it ain't a mansion, but you know what I'm saying. Like the point is like people who say shit like that are trying to make themselves feel better about their own cucked ass decisions. Now we agree on that shit with what he said. We agree.
Which one?
Boyce.
Okay.
The boy shit. But that's some bullshit right there. Like if you want to marry her, if you like a girl and she got a kid and you want to marry her and all that other shit, that's great. That's great for you, whatever. But if you don't, I don't think that makes you less of a man. I don't think it makes you more of a man if you do that.
Nope.
I think it makes you, actually, I think you make, in my personal opinion, you're going against the laws of nature.
According to Dr. Boyce Watkins, you don't care about the black community and you're not a real man because you won't wife up a single mom.
I agree with Rodney. He should be the champ. What the fuck are you talking about, man?
He's actually sliding into the number 2 spot. He might
He's
overtake
number
Derrick
fucking
Jackson.
1 with that bullshit as far as I'm concerned.
You
Like,
were
I can make a case
that
for-
mad
I can
at
make a-
Russell Wilson.
I can make a
that you
case
can't
for
put
Russell
this
Wilson.
nigga at number 1.
Dude, I can make a case for Russell Wilson. You know what I'm saying? He met her.
He choose,
That's his girl.
fuck,
He
bro?
love her. All
What the
that
hell?
shit. You know what I'm saying? I can't
This
say
is-
either.
this is
I can't
deep.
say for sure like why he love her.
This
Like
is
that
some-
ain't none of my. I don't care.
I don't care.
You know what I'm saying? But for
there's
him to
some
say that, for
deep-seated
Boyce to
hatred
say
for
that
this thing
shit,
that we don't know about, because for that nigga to say at number 1, for Mary Sierra to this nigga saying you don't care about the black community, if you whoa,
I don't care about the black people. That's just some bullshit ass shaming language you using, dude. That's shaming language.
But we got to backtrack for a second. And now before I get to you, Rodney Broom in the comment section said, how is Boyce Watkins number 3? He said that he should be the permanent grand champion.
I agree.
He also said, I'm confused as hell. Sierra was a better choice than what he had.
Whatever. Get back to Boyce.
Okay, so that's pretty much the gist of it. He caught absolutely no feedback, no backlash. Nobody came at him. Nobody really threw any hate darts his way.
Because it's fucking impossible
Because
to argue.
Because the women jumped to his fucking defense
Well, that's
immediately.
it. It's impossible to argue. What are you gonna say? Nah, fuck single moms. Like, what are you gonna say to
Right.
that? You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to disparage single moms at all.
Right.
I don't care. I like that. See, my personal issue with single moms has nothing to do with the fact that they have children. Is that in most cases with single moms is you're meeting them, you have no kids, and you want a family of your own, and they are like, they've done it already and they're not with it. And that's okay if you already passed that part of your life, but don't think that I'm going to just be like, oh, okay, I'll use my resources to raise the kids of the guy who you didn't decide to
And I
stay with.
guess I'm a little bit.
If I'm
more
not getting my own kid out of the deal, then what the fuck am I doing
I'm a little
here?
bit more understanding because my mom was I mean, you know, I had my dad in my life, y'all know, but she was a single mom.
Yeah.
Mom was a single mom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, well, we were just the what do you call them? The crotch fruit.
Crotch fruit, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we was. And you know, poor old sexy Rexy took on the crotch fruit. And then,
You guys
know,
were already grown though when he came along.
we were, but she was. Well, I'm not get into all that, but yes, but she still had kids in her life. Someone would say.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Long story.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it another
But
time.
you know, so I respect, you know, a man that he comes in and he does what he does, man. Hey, Rex is that dude, bro.
Rex.
Rex is
I always
that
like
man.
Rex.
Yeah, you know, so I respect a man that'll do that.
Okay.
Hell, I did that. You know what I'm saying?
I did it.
And I'm not shitting on anybody that does, but I
Yeah,
don't
you
think
did it.
Yeah. I don't endorse it. I don't.
Did that just hit you?
I don't endorse
Did
it.
that just register with you? That's what I'm like.
Listen, Randall.
Right? Yeah. Now you gotta walk off because now it's like it hit him all of a sudden. But the thing about it is like I'm not shaming someone who does that.
Right.
If you love her, yeah, you're gonna love her kids. whatever. That's whatever. You know what I'm saying?
So
Cool.
not true.
Oh, maybe not. I don't know. That's on you. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Whatever.
on that one.
So not true.
I'm pretty on
Well,
that
you
one.
love them. You just don't like them.
Yeah.
There you go. I ain't say you had to like the little motherfuckers. I'm saying you,
okay, well,
you got love for them. You don't want to see them get fucked up.
Right.
But yeah, in your case, it's a little like I've seen your shit firsthand though. Like I would fucking super punch, super stop this little motherfucker. Like he talking crazy in a house that I pay for. You gotta be fucked up, dude. All the way. Like I would throat punch this little motherfucker first time.
You said something a little while ago, and we kind of got off track. You said
Yeah.
kind of like Russell. Yeah, we went left. If we didn't go left,
We wouldn't be right.
there it is. You said like Russell Wilson, you got options. That's what you said. You said it a little while ago.
He got well, not now. He married, but I'm saying like you got options. Everybody got options.
So why is that so hard to understand about my point? When you got options, you make the best deal for
That's
you.
right.
His
Because
option is the best for him.
Well,
That's what we
the
try to
point-
It
do.
wasn't the best for him.
No,
that's the
what
point.
he wants.
Okay, there you go. That's what
That's
he
what he
chose.
wants.
right, that's what he wants.
So that wasn't the best option. That's what he chose.
From the
that's-
outside looking in,
that's my
nobody
problem.
is with somebody who somebody else might look at and say, "Hey, that's the
One man's trash
You could have
is
done
another
better
man's
for
treasure."
yourself." Right? No, not even that. It's just how people match up to each other. Like what you understand about their relationship is very small. It's just what you see.
That's what you see.
You know what I mean? You don't know what she does for him. You have no clue.
Right.
She might be she might be a model wife. Like she might be the
Right.
shit.
Right.
But we don't know. All we know is is what we see. So
Obviously, she got some
and that's,
bomb.
and that's why I don't care.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? That's their life, their
Obviously,
love.
she got some
what they doing.
bomb.
I don't know about that. I don't know. That's my point is
don't
like
know.
that's I don't care enough to even try to figure this shit out. Like for me, I'm Russell Wilson. No, I'm saying if I'm Russell Wilson, I'm a quarterback in the NFL. All right. I just came off a 3,000, 4,000 passing season. Personally, I'm trying to start my own family. That's not what I'm trying to do. But I'm not shitting on the next man for doing it that way. I don't care what you do.
Yeah.
I like to have a family of my own,
Right. I get it.
which is a roadblock that keeps getting ran into because I'm a man of a certain age, and a lot of women who are even in my wheelhouse age range wise either have kids or don't want them.
Right.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. True enough.
Have kids, don't want to have more
feel that,
kids,
Rodney.
or don't want to, you know what I'm saying, or don't want them at all.
Right.
So
Right.
it's a
Rodney in the chat room
Anyway.
said there just had to be a lot of discussions that have to be had in those situations. Wanting more kids, no more kids, whatever the case may be. He also says, Sierra, actually, if you look at Russell now, it was the best choice. He didn't have this swagger he has now. He was a robot in interviews before he hit with her. Okay, two things. One, the first comment, you are absolutely right. There does have to be discussion going into that. And that's going to determine where this relationship goes. If you tell me early on, you don't want any more kids, okay, cool. So you're a pump and dump,
all right,
man.
that too.
Yeah,
that last part he said.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm getting that. I'm saying that first comment, I'm going to skeet and skedaddle then. If you tell me you don't want any more kids, fine, cool. Skeet and skedaddle. I'm nut on your back and Superman that hoe. You throw the sheet on your back. The second one, who gives a fuck about swagger, especially at this age, man? He didn't have the swagger he has now. Motherfucker, I got $80 million. That is my swagger. That is my game. That is my whatever you call it. What that when you walk into a club, bitch, I'm worth 80 million. What's happening? You fucking or not? That's the only thing I'm asking. We fucking or not? You don't need swagger when you got. Look at Bill Gates. That motherfucker looks like the nerd from Weird Science. Look at what's his name? Not Ted Nugent. What's that motherfucker's name?
I mean, Ted Nugent got some money too, but
Ted Nugent.
Ted Nugent's an asshole.
What's the one guy? He walks around in literally t-shirt, khakis, and New Balance sneakers every day, and he drives a Toyota Camry. And
Oh, you thinking about Warren Buffett?
Warren Buffett, thank you. And he's what a multi-billionaire. Mm-hmm. And so fuck this swagger shit. That's fucking. It's abstract shit that you can't put a finger on. It doesn't really exist. It's perception. It's subjective. This shit don't fucking matter. Swagger, who gives a fuck? Nigga, I'm worth $80 million.
Yeah.
Nigga, like Kevin Hart said. He said, I'm 5'3". He said, if I stand on my wallet, I'm 6'10".
Right.
That's your swagger. I'm worth $80 million. I'm Russell Wilson, I'm worth $80 million. You fucking or not?
Yeah.
That's the only 3 lines you
So
need
if
to
you
get.
had 80 million, that's how you approach it.
Nigga, I'm worse than that now, and I'm nowhere near $80 million.
I
man.
believe that's exactly what he would
I'm
say.
me, bitch.
I believe exactly how he would say. And put the bitch in there.
And she had
She's still probably gonna go with them.
facts. She's still gonna go. Ronnie also said she had his kids as well. You better, bitch. That's a given. That's not she did him a favor. He could have got kids anywhere. Fuck that bitch. You owe him an army, bitch. You better give him kids.
What?
And put little Future in the closet.
All right, that's enough.
And tell
of this
him I
shit.
got
Can
my
we move
own
on to
family.
the topic now.
Yeah.
It's enough of the fucking I give a fuck. I don't care about what Russell Wilson does
It was part of
with
the
his
topic.
life. And now that we've moved on to the topic, the topic of today is why the fuck do we fight each other like this, man? In the streets and the internet, black folks, why are we so quick to fucking just destroy one another, man?
I thought about this
Yeah.
since the topic came up today. Now, I know we all have choices, this and that, but I do believe in generational, not a curse, but I know we say we can break stuff, but the slave masters back in the day would put slaves against each other so that way they wouldn't, come together, rise up and overtake the fucking farm. And I think that through the generations, that just unfortunately still has stayed within our communities to where, it's hard for us to unite because we've for many years has just had that mentality to, that's why he's had them bullfights. When we put bullfights was black man versus black man and this and that. Of course, this person would stay in the house and, the slave masters would say, this is why this person's in the house and breed jealousy and anger and this and that. And so I think, it's just been taught and instilled in our brains for so many. There hasn't been, we had Martin Luther King, we had Malcolm, we had Medgar, we had all these people, but I don't know if it was just for those 400 years that just instilled it into our brains that we are a fight and flight mentality, and I don't know. I personally, and I could be wrong, I just think that plays a part in it, at least. I think that plays a part in it.
Okay, now I gotta ask the question. At what point does accountability and personal responsibility come into that?
And I get that. And I get that. And I think a lot of individuals do separate that, but it's just the mass. It's just like, okay, you have 20 people, all 20 people are taught to fight amongst each other. A few of them are going to be like, you know what, this isn't the right way. This isn't getting us anywhere. Let's escape from this herd and go over here. But still the majority of the mentality, for whatever reason, just can't break out of that mentality. But I get what you're saying. And I don't know. I don't know when that comes into play.
I still gotta. You got people who make excuses. I think it's no accountability when it comes to that because you got people who say, well, they drop guns off in the hood and they put drugs in the hood. Okay, don't use the guns. I got cats who say, well, the trains run through Chicago and they'll kick a whole crate of guns off and they'll just fall off the train. Okay, so leave them there. Don't pick them up. Call the police, tell them, hey, the crate of guns dropped off. Y'all need to come get this motherfucker.
Right. See, I don't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Okay, so you've been raised and taught, because I believe a lot of our family has been cut from that herd, right? So you've been raised and taught morals, and you've been raised and taught that just leave the fucking guns there. A lot of people, we've seen families in the hood where the whole family is still going to jail, drugs, guns, this and that, because that family can't get out of that mode. It might be one person in that family that says screw it and then go starts their own family. I think they just don't, even though we know that's the right thing to do, and it should be accountability, but it's like until you're taught something, how are you going to learn? Someone has to teach you to not touch the stove, or someone has to teach you. I mean, yeah, you're gonna touch it and you're gonna learn yourself at some point in time, but until you get burned, you have no clue.
Why though? Here's my here's what I'm
Like you said,
asking.
you don't get taught.
It's not about being taught. It's about,
It is.
can I finish?
I'm saying I agree with what he's saying.
Fight. No, I'm saying,
Yeah, exactly.
world star.
No,
I mean, that's
right.
how this shit started.
Right. Here's what I'm saying. Common sense approach. And I understand common sense ain't common, but a common sense approach says, fuck, I don't need to go out here. Okay, I'll give you an example. I went to movies a long time ago. I went to go see Avengers Endgame. Great movie. The dude, or not Avengers Endgame, Avengers Infinity War. Everybody's enjoying the movie. The movie's going. As soon as the Black Panther comes on screen, one black dude, just one. It's a mixed audience. One black dude stands up and go, I'm sorry, not a mixed audience. It's a predominantly white audience. Just a couple black people sprinkled in there. Just goes, that's my nigga, and starts screaming in the middle of the theater. Yeah, and just keeps doing it to the point where people are going to get security and everything else. And I'm like, the fuck is wrong with you? Like, common sense approach says, the fuck is you screaming for? Don't scream in the middle of a theater. So I'm asking, why is it common sense amongst other cultures? But in black culture, we got to be taught, don't fight, don't kill each other.
Those cultures, they're taught that.
Right. They were the leaders. They were the ones in charge.
They had people to teach them shit.
Okay, Jewish community was a leader when they were in the fucking
No,
Auschwitz?
I mean, amongst their families, like there's a father present, all that shit. Like just like with us, we had a father present, so we don't do monkey ass shit like that because we know better. And I think a lot of what gets left out of this is just plain old fashioned cowardice. We fight against each other because we know that's who we're least likely to get fucked over by if like we get caught. You know what I mean? Like to me, the reason why all this, like I'm speaking from the perspective of looking at all these people beefing on the internet. Like we talked earlier about the Kwamis and all them other cats. Well, they know there's not as many consequences if you talk about a Kwame Brown. You know what I mean? There's not that. Well, they got repercussions because Kwame clapped back, but at the same time, it's like, why was it so easy for them to throw that man under the bus when there's all these other white cats that's been in the NBA and ain't been shit? Why?
I mean,
Why is it so easy for us to just go at each other like this? And because it's instilled in us to tell on each other, to fight each other, to destroy each other, because it's to people like easy wins. In my opinion.
I mean, that plays.
You know what I'm saying? I could get away a lot easier with like fighting you than I could with like if I just backslapped a white woman who was just out of line. You know what I mean? She could be wrong as fuck, and I backslapped her. I'm in trouble. Whereas with you, there's a good possibility I'm gonna skate through this shit. You know what I'm saying? And then to me, that's just straight up cowardice.
So less consequences.
Yes.
And that's, here's the thing, and that goes back to those days to where when
But why are we still there though?
that's a good question, and I get it. I mean, it's like with I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. When what's the little buddy looked at the white lady, Emmett Till. You know what I'm saying? The consequences of looking at a white person compared to beating up. If you beat a black man, if a black man beat a black man to death, I'm sure in those times they'll just be like, all right, you know what I'm saying? But if you looked at a white person, consequences were extremely severe.
It depended on whose property it was.
Well, that too. But look at the property. Who owns the property?
Okay.
Well, I'm saying today, it's so easy for us to go at each other.
Rodney,
Like, we don't even think about it.
Rodney said, lack of consequences makes fools brave at the end of the day. So I think we can all agree on that one. So lack of consequences that is a result of this.
It's just cowardly.
Okay, go back many generations when Italian immigrants started coming over here, and they all kind of were relegated to this one neighborhood or these certain neighborhoods, or they kind of like, okay, these are the Italian immigrant neighborhoods. They had a a group of Italians called the Hand. They were kind of going around extorting each other, bullying each other, just a way to make money, but they were only fucking with other Italians. And then a group of Italians got together, which actually turned out later to be the mafia, and said, that's enough of that shit. We're not going to extort our own people. You want to do this, you want to make money off the backs of others, that's fine, but you're not going to do it off the backs of our people that we came here with. And that's how they stopped that group of rogue Italian immigrants. Nah, it spawned into the mafia, which spawned into all this other shit. But
same thing with gangs.
But it was the same thing. It was the lack of consequences. Like, I can't go extort these motherfuckers over here on Wall Street, but my own neighborhood, my own people, I can fuck with them because they're gonna take it.
I like how you say that. Usually, because when people commit a crime, it's within necessity, or not necessity, but accessibility.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Accessibility.
Within 4 block radius.
Within, yes, exactly. So you commit crimes within your own area. That's why, think about this, when, we have police killing unarmed black people and this and that, when they riot, when they do riot, because they do riot, where do they go? They don't go to, like when the LA riots hit, they didn't go to fucking Beverly Hills. They didn't go to, the nice parts of California. They went to the hood. Same thing with these last few riots and this and that. They go to where they know, for one, where they're comfortable. Like you said, it's a cowardly thing. You're comfortable there. You don't want to get out of your comfort zone by going and fucking up the neighborhood that you should be fucking up. You know what I'm saying? Because you're scared of, once again, the consequences.
Right.
And so I think a lot of it has to do with that. It's just the lack of consequences, just being in your own area. You fight what you know. It's crabs do the, why are crabs doing that? Because that's who they're around.
Yeah.
They're trying to get out themselves. They're trying to save themselves. So they're going to push anybody down that's in their way. But they're in that one barrel. That is their barrel. Not the barrel over here. This is their barrel, so this is who they fight with. And this is who they're comfortable with. I mean, it's fucking so frustrating. It really is. I was part of that problem. I get it. Like, I know that. You know what I'm saying? I know I was part of that problem. And for me, it was a cowardice thing because I was fucking afraid to keep getting my ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? Like, that fear set in. So then, all right, well, now I'm hanging with this group that is stronger and bigger than this group, so I'm gonna fucking hang with this group and this and that. And it fucking clashes, man. It's I don't know, man. I don't think it's never gonna stop. That's the whole point. It is never gonna stop. Let's be realistic.
Even if they're aware of it,
It's never gonna stop, bro.
So you're saying it's human nature. It's basic human nature is what we're getting at. It's just natural. So it's not really, it's a little more prevalent in the black community, but it's not really anything unusual. It's just what we as people
not
do.
No, because Brad is right, because we do have to realize there's not mass violence in white communities. You don't hear about mass violence in fucking Idaho and Utah and shit like that.
The occasional school shooting or mass shooting, yeah.
Right. I mean, and that's just some mental shit. But in our community, it's definitely more prevalent of fucking fighting and this and that. And I don't know. It's just the way the fucking world is, bro.
So black folks are just more prone to violence?
I don't know. I don't think so much more prone. I think so. I think more so is where there's a certain inherent fear of dealing with other cultures that it makes it easier to express their rage and anger against somebody that looks like them. In my opinion.
No, and I think that's what you take. People always say you take out your hatred to the ones you love the most. And I think that's just where it happens. It's like an animal in fear. Backed into a corner. It's going to attack. Because it's scared and fear. But it's that corner. Who's in that corner? But the closest things to those people. Yeah, it might be different cultures closing in on that area, backing people up, because they're scared, man. It's just like, and media doesn't help the situation. Let's keep it 100. Media is also a big part of today's society of why it does that. You see freaking white men storming the Capitol. You see the white men that were with their J.C. Penney khakis on and shit like that, marching through the fucking city and nothing fucking happens to them. But if you go downtown to our city and you stand there and you protest, you're getting fucking pepper sprayed immediately.
To answer Rodney's question, I think yes, that is
Yes, it
mainly
is.
an
I
American
agree. I
problem.
do think
I
so.
don't. I
I think
disagree.
so. I know. I think so.
Hold
I
on.
think it is.
Make sure you guys understand what he's saying. He's saying, is that more of an American problem than maybe the rest of the world? I don't. There's war-torn.
I don't live in the rest of the world.
Okay, but you have CNN, and you can see the rest of the world. There's infighting everywhere. There's civil.
That is true. Civil war.
There's civil unrest everywhere. You can go anywhere, nigga. You can go to the DR.
I think that's mostly about class, though.
It's whatever.
A lot of religion.
If you go to the DR in
That too.
Haiti, they share an island. There's only two types of people on this fucking island: Dominicans and Haitians, and they still will fight amongst each other. The Dominicans on this side will still fight amongst each other because the lighter Dominicans don't like the darker Dominicans. You're still fucking Dominican. It's
I
civil
do-
unrest
I do think it is.
everywhere in the world. It's just everybody's fighting over something different. In the former Soviet Union, they used to fight over fucking Cossacks.
But here's the thing with that, and I agree with you. I do agree with you. But in other countries and stuff like that, isn't such a mixing pot
Yeah.
like here over there. Like it's mostly their culture there. You know what I'm saying? Here, it's a fucking
And usually their fights are have something to do with class,
right.
like rich and poor. Where us, it's like
just-
we don't give a fuck about that. Nigga, kill him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
Black-
over there, like usually they got like
Oh, it don't matter.
some type of a reason why they are having a civil war because they are oppressed and it's people that look like them. So you don't think about it here. It's like we. You know what I'm saying? It's like that Jay-Z song, we kill over blocks that we don't even own. Dog.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We don't even own this block. The fuck are we fighting for? Like after we kill each other, then motherfucker they gonna sweep us into the truck and somebody else gonna show up here to, you know what I'm saying, to claim this block. Like the question that I had is, you know, the discussion, the topic is why is it so easy? And I think we touched it, but why is it so easy for us to just, you know, destroy each other, man? It's like we don't even give it a second thought. You know?
Oh, that's right. You're right. That was the question. I know the answer. In my personal opinion, just from my
There
experiences,
you go.
I was in where was I? I was in St. Louis. I was talking to this dude from California. And I was looking, we were just talking. He's like, you gotta come out to California. I was like, I'm not coming out there. You niggas don't value life out there. Like, y'all don't give a fuck. Y'all shoot a motherfucker in a drive-by because he bumped into you and didn't say excuse me. Fuck yeah, I'm not coming out there. But then I thought where I was in fucking St. Louis. I was like, these pieces of shit don't value life either. And that was the answer. That clicked with me. Like, I was like, when you just don't value life, when you don't think your life is shit. So if you don't give a fuck about your life, I know you don't give a fuck about mine. If you know that you're gonna end up washing cars at the Quickie Mart, or scrubbing windows, I should say, for loose change, then you don't give a fuck about me because you don't give a fuck about you.
True. Man, that listen, bro, that hit it on the head quite a bit. Quite a bit. I mean, and go back to what the bigger question is: why do we feel that way? Is it because a lot of in our community the fathers were gone, and so we felt unworthy and unloved, or we've been told for so long that we were the same standard as Caucasians and this and that we're lower than them, and so we have no self-worth. I mean, there's so many. I think there's so many factors that go into this. Our schooling system. Think about it. When you look at a history book, right? We didn't even have Black history back when we was in school. We had talked about Martin Luther King Jr. in our history. Everything was white was this and white was great and white was. So we're looking at our history like, okay, nothing but white people were great. And I think it's kind of instills, I mean, not necessarily we believe that, but yeah, it kind of sneaks into your head that the Caucasians were better. Like I always.
I
felt
never
like-
believed that
I'm
shit.
not saying you. I'm not saying you.
I know
believe
that. I know what you're saying.
You know what
I'm saying I never believed that shit because there was someone there to guide it.
Yeah.
And most of these cats out here don't.
Right.
That's
Right.
Here's where I gotta disagree with you just a little bit. In schools, they weren't telling us that white people were great and white people were better. They were just telling us, here's the history, here's what happened. They were telling us that these motherfuckers came here, the Indians fed them, and then they slaughtered them. White people didn't seem that great in that story. They were saying, here's the history. The Germans, they fucking invaded Poland, put these motherfuckers in fucking concentration camps. White people don't seem that great. I was never taught that white people were better or anything of that nature. I was just taught, here's the history, here's what happened, don't let it happen again. Nobody ever gave me the impression that it was better. And then the other thing, I don't...
What's up, Pooh?
maybe more ruthless.
What's up?
maybe.
Yeah, just a little more ruthless, but I never got the impression that they were trying to convince us that. I guess that's where I'm trying to go with this. I never got the impression that they were trying to convince me that white people were better. I never got that impression.
And I don't think, I'm not saying that they were trying to convey that, but the history books are full of shit. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is they didn't talk about the great things that black people did in history. Martin Luther King Jr., like that was it back in the day. You know what I'm saying? And when they did talk about Christopher Columbus, they didn't really talk about the mass slaughter. It was, oh, he did this and that. I mean, I get what you're saying. They weren't trying to make it seem like, you know, they were glorious, but they could have added more into our books to where it would have maybe gave us, okay, we had these black people, so-and-so invented this, so-and-so did that.
We did that. That's how I learned about like all the inventors, the fucking peanut, the air conditioner, the stoplight were all invented by black people.
Maybe I skipped that.
It could be the fact that maybe you wasn't paying attention shooting dice in the back of class, nigga. I mean, maybe that might have something to do with it.
That wasn't history.
Well, we went
That
to the
wasn't
same
history.
Where the fuck did you learn it?
That
then?
wasn't history
'Cause I
class.
learned it
We
in
weren't
history.
shooting dice in history.
Oh, okay. Not shooting dice. But I'm just saying, that's how I learned about the air conditioner, the fucking peanut, the fucking everything was in that class. So that shit was, like I said, I picked it up. I don't know where the fuck
Rodney
you was
Boone
that
says,
day.
why are they trying to eliminate the teaching of slavery and racial issues? You know?
For the same thing, that same reason they're trying to convince you that fucking third wave feminism is okay. It's because they want to rewrite. It's revisionist history. People want to rewrite what they already know. It's on you to teach your family, to teach your kids, and keep that legacy alive.
Boom.
Aaron Smith, I want to know what you said.
Just
What
like
is BS?
education. Just like education. I'm a firm believer of that.
Yeah.
I
Education starts at home.
Yeah.
Everything starts at home. Your
Everything
legacy, your
starts at
lineage, everything falls on you to teach your kids. You go to school, you send your fucking kids to school for confirmation, not for education. You send them to school simply to learn or to confirm what you've already taught them. Not math. I don't fuck with math. But everything else, I'm going to teach you that at home.
You don't fuck with me.
I fucking suck it. I hate math.
What a
you
passion.
hate
just
math.
not-
I hate math.
What
No.
a passion.
I fucking
What
hate
a
math.
passion.
History, science, English, I got you at home. I could do that all day.
But is that what we're teaching our kids though? I mean, especially
No, we're teaching. Good.
especially this era.
No, these motherfuckers are teaching kids how to dance, how to twerk, and how to scam motherfuckers on
Yeah.
Cash App.
Yeah.
That's what we're teaching kids nowadays. I think, to answer Brad's question again, to go back because I don't want to get too far off topic, I think that's where we go wrong. We don't give a fuck, and we don't pride. We don't instill pride in ourselves anymore. So when you're not kind of influenced to take pride in yourself, to be something, and to give a fuck about who you are and where you're going.
And see how the world would twist it now would be like, well, is it okay for a white kid to be proud to be white?
Yeah, it absolutely is. If it's okay for you, I believe in equality. I'm a fair motherfucker.
I agree.
If
I
I-
agree. But if a white kid on Facebook says,
I'm white and I'm proud.
nowadays, I'm white and I'm proud, you know for
Yeah,
a
they're coming
fact
for you.
you're going to get attacked.
No, but if I can say I'm black and I'm proud, then that kid
Now
should
they
be able to
care.
say I'm black and I'm proud. I'm white and I'm proud.
I agree.
I believe in
I
equality.
agree.
Don't say what I can't say.
I agree.
Because I don't want you to censor me, so I'm not going to censor the next person.
I mean, I agree with not censoring, but at the same time, it's never been an issue with making white people feel less of what they really are.
Really? Because you go to a trailer park in Virginia, those motherfuckers feel like shit. They feel like
Yeah,
shit.
but they
So
don't feel like shit because they're white. They feel like shit because they're poor.
poor, exactly.
That's
So,
what I'm saying. It ain't
so
got
if they
shit
need
to-
some,
it ain't got shit to do with them being white. though.
okay, but if you need something to cling to make you feel better about yourself, if I can feel better about myself just because I'm black and I'm proud, and that motherfucker's in the trailer park in West Virginia, and his mom's sucking dick in the back room to get meth money, that motherfucker needs something to feel proud of. Something to be. You know, I mean, I try to make it a little funny, but I'm like, he still needs something to hold on to. If it's got to be because fucking my skin is pale,
True, Ronnie.
fuck him. That's got to give him something. I'll read these comments so I can get caught up. Pistol Pull in chat room said these kids don't have time for education now. That is the problem. That is definitely no. Fuck that. There's time for education. You don't have parents trying to instill that. Be something, get an education, make something of yourself. He also said, I've seen kids stay at home to watch their siblings and be put in adult roles, which means they have to get that. Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
mean, we don't have to read all of these, man. I mean,
I'm trying to get a couple just caught up real quick.
no, I'm saying like they can read them themselves. They can see.
Suck a dick, man.
I'm just saying.
You're right. Fuck off, man. We ain't did shit in a while. I've been gone for a minute.
It's been 2 weeks. Same 2 weeks we always have.
It's only a week between.
2 weeks.
Who the fuck is degrading anyone?
I say you don't have
No,
to.
you say you don't have to degrade. Like they can say a white kid can be proud and be white without degrading a black person. You know what I'm saying?
But
Or the same thing, a black person can be proud without degrading a white.
But like you said, in today's
today's-
culture, he can't say I'm white
he
and I'm
can't.
proud.
He can't.
Because that's a problem.
And that's true. That is a problem.
I mean, they say I'm a proud American all the time. What is that supposed to mean? Is that the same?
And then the black community gonna look at you and be like, "Oh, you a son of a
Racist,
bitch. You Uncle Tom for being a proud American."
that's some dumb
Ain't that
ass
the
shit.
fucking crazy?
That's some dumb shit.
Ain't that the
It's your
craziest
country.
shit?
You was born
There you
here.
go.
You was raised here. You don't know
Yeah.
shit else. And chances are, most of y'all ain't gonna never see anything outside of it.
Facts.
Me
So
personally,
what do you not? What do you so?
Facts.
You know, what do you feel so bad about? You know what I'm saying? Fucking somebody says they're a proud American. I assume they
The
white.
dumbasses who say the dumbasses who say that shit is motherfuckers who ain't never been nowhere else. I promise you, you will appreciate the fuck out of this country if you leave.
Shit, I'm a
You
proud
leave-
American.
I love this country.
I love America.
Because when I come back, every time I come back, I'm like, oh, thank God.
You know,
I wear a white fucking spangled banner T-shirt whenever I come back because when you leave and you come back and you be like, God damn, I got it good here. That's what some of you pieces of shit need
Totally
to
off
experience.
topic, and we're wrapping up.
But,
Coming to the end of
yeah.
the show. Why is it when people go out of town, they always want to go see like the poor part of town? Does it make them feel better about who
Yeah,
they are?
it makes you
who wants to
appreciate
do
it.
that.
I do.
Most people
Every time I
know,
go somewhere.
I don't know.
most people I know when they go out of town, they
Trying
want to
stay
see
in
the
most
hood.
luxurious.
And my question
trying to
is,
be
why
out
the
there.
fuck do you want to see the hood so bad?
Because, man, that
Make you
shit.
feel better about your own
Yes.
situation?
Yes, absolutely.
For the same reason why I watch Married with Children.
Yes. The same reason you watch Jerry Springer, the same reason you watch Steve Wilkos, same reason you watch all this fuck shit. It makes me feel better about myself. It makes me appreciate what I have.
Right.
Nigga, go to the Pork and Beans projects in Miami. You will be like, oh my God, I gotta
Pork
get
and Beans?
It's called Pork and
Pork
Beans.
and beans.
Yeah, it's just a shitty
Yeah.
projects.
And,
Real
and
shitty
where is
projects.
this at?
Liberty,
Miami.
It's by Liberty City. Like GTA, that's real shit.
Hey, you
Like
went-
there's a for real Liberty City in Miami.
I've seen a big ass
Pork and
Haitian
Beans.
standing on the roof of a
Little
apartment
Haiti.
project. Yeah, Little Haiti.
Yeah.
With an AK-47. I was like,
Like,
I
it's
don't
real.
belong here.
It's real deal. That's like when I got lost in Atlanta. I got lost in Bankhead,
Yeah.
and nigga, I was at the stoplight, and nigga literally knocked on the window, walked up, and he said, "You from here?" I said, "No, bro, I'm from Indiana. I'm lost. I don't know where I'm at, bro." He said, "All right, you get a pass this time."
Yeah.
And fucking told me I got the fuck up out of there, and never returned. Like that shit was. Listen, I was gang back.
What was he gonna do? What do you think he was gonna do? In that
See, now you're
situation?
being logical.
Yeah,
You're being logical.
Probably would have like
He
murdered.
probably
He
just
would've
would have
shot you in
robbed.
traffic?
No, he would have robbed you. He would have
Oh
robbed
yeah,
you.
Rob.
He probably would have just robbed you.
me if I'm in a car.
Well, yeah. I
If
mean,
I tap
eventually-
on your window with a gun, You got two options. Hopefully your response time is better than my
First
trigger.
of all, you'll see a motherfucker
'Cause I
walking
did-
up on my car.
Well, the nigga just came out of nowhere. I ain't gonna lie. Nigga was like Superman in the hood, just like, what's up, bro?
Pistol said it made a really good point there. He said you seen one hood shit, you seen them all. He made a good point. You gotta remember, Pooh, I ain't from the hood, nigga. So I like to see shit. Plus, I'm an adventurer. I like
me.
to see fuck shit.
I don't want to see
Take
none
me,
of that shit.
take me to the slums.
There's a
No,
reason. It's a reason why you here,
Nope.
and there's a reason why you ain't never gonna leave.
nope. I understand if you from that, you don't want to be around that. You want to see something different. See, I'm an adventurer. I'm like, take me to the slums. I
don't
want to
wanna
see it.
None of that shit.
It makes me appreciate how hard I had to work. Because I'm like, yeah, this is why I work.
You want to go to the hood?
No,
and
I
I'll be
always
like-
say that. Take me to
and
the
I'll be
hood, take me
like,
to your mall.
No.
I want to see it.
Why the fuck would I want to go that? Why the fuck do I want to go
Fuck that
see
shit.
poverty?
I'm telling you, it changed your life.
It doesn't. And how? How's it change? How's it gonna change my life?
For me, it literally makes me appreciate
Motivation.
it. Exactly.
All right,
Exactly.
I'm cool.
You know, like I said, I'm one of them. I'll never stop. I'll never be
I've seen
satisfied.
some
So,
hoods, and I'm cool. I'm straight. I don't want to go visit no more.
dig it.
Right on.
This is a great topic, man. This is a really great
Good
topic.
show, good show. I don't know.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this on up. And thanks guys for jumping in the chat room and chilling with us,
And back to
man,
the work.
having this conversation with us, man. It was something I was thinking about, and I'll probably keep thinking about it, and we'll probably have this conversation again
Yeah.
in the future or whatever, you know. And you know, if you guys have any like interesting topics you'd like for us to go into, man, definitely hit us up and let us know what you've been pondering, you know, because that's what we do. We have discussions, you know what I'm saying? Nothing is too mundane, I guess, to say. You know, it is what it is. So hopefully you're not out fighting your brother over something stupid out here. And, until the next time,
Yeah.
until the next time, but we're gonna say peace out. Anybody got anything to throw out there before
I've
we go?
thought about this. We've known each other since grade school.
Mhm.
I don't think we've ever been in one fight
What you
What do
doing?
you mean?
between us.
No.
I don't think we've ever been in one argument, one fight.
What the fuck are we fighting?
Nah,
about?
Y'all niggas get tired of me sometimes. But nah, I don't
That's
never
real
fight.
shit, though.
Yeah, I don't never fight.
That's real shit. Hey,
I don't never fight
hey,
with them niggas.
congratulations.
Yeah.
All right.
Me, I'll just say thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. We have fun doing this, and okay, I'm gonna amend what I said earlier. Dr. Boyce Watkins has now slid into the number 2 spot
Oh, this
behind Derrick Jackson has dropped to number 3.
one.
Russell still number
I
1.
hope you ain't never in charge of no one's draft.
Fuck you. This ain't got shit to do with his own real
Spark up right now.
Stressed out.
Like, damn, man.
That nigga stressed.
Wrap up, man. Shit. Holy shit.
But other than that, I thank y'all for tuning in, man. I love doing this with y'all, man.
God damn.
That's the fuck
Holy shit. Anyway, man, we are the Shake Up guys, and we will see y'all on the next go around. Peace out. Holla.
Fucking getting old. My foot fell asleep again.